In this video, I want to show you how to do the process of completing the square. And we have a trinomial equation that is z squared plus 9z equals 7. To complete the square, you always have to have the constant over on the right side. Now, to complete the square, what I want to do is write these two down and leave a blank space here and a blank space after the 7. To be able to figure out the value that I need to add to both sides, I'm going to take the b value and divide it by 2. Now, it would come out a decimal, so I'm just going to leave it 9/2, and I'm going to square that. So what I'm doing is forcing my problem to be a trinomial square is what I'm wanting to do. So I take b, divide by 2. If it came out a whole number, then I would go ahead and do that, but it didn't. And then I'm going to square. So if I square 9, I get 81. If I square 2, I get 4. Now I'm going to take this value and I'm going to add it to each side of the equation so that it looks like this. So I have z squared plus 9z plus 81/4 equals 7 plus 81/4. This will force this to be a trinomial square, and notice I'll have a set of parentheses. It's positive, so I have a plus sign. Now, what do I square to get z squared would be a 9, or would be a z. I'm thinking ahead. What do I square to get 81 would be 9. What do I square to get 4 would be 2. Notice this value will always be what we had before we squared this. And now I need to add 7 plus 81/4. I want to show you how to do this on the calculator. Let me find my mouse here. Okay, I'm going to turn this on. I need to get out of something I've done before, so to do that I can push second and mode. That'll clear my screen, and I'm going to hit clear. Now, what I wanted to do was add 7 plus 81/4. So I want to do 7 plus parenthesis 81 divided by 4. Now, what I want to show you is if I push the enter button, I'll get a decimal. But if I want a fraction, I'm going to push the math button and then just push enter twice. Now notice when I push math, this screen comes up. Notice number 1 is fraction. So I'm going to push enter twice, and it will actually reduce my fraction and come up with 109/4. So when I where am I at? So that was adding the 7 plus the 81/4. I get 109/4. Now, to solve this, I can get rid of the square by taking the square root of both sides. So if I take the square root of both sides, I come up with the square root will cancel out the square. I'll get z plus 9/2 equals plus or minus the square root of 109/4. Now 4 is a perfect square, so the square root of 4 is going to be 2. So when I come down to this part, notice I'm going to move this 9/2 into this. I'm going to move it across the equal sign. When I move it across the equal sign, it becomes a negative 9/2. So z equals negative 9 plus or minus the square root of 109. And notice my denominators will be a 2 all over 2. Now you will see that they will write this out as two separate parts. They will write negative 9 minus square root of 109/2, comma, negative 9 minus square root of, I'm trying to hold this and write at the same time, hold on just a second, 109/2. And there's your two solutions. This is not an ordered pair. These are just solutions.